Hello, good evening. Welcome. Good evening and welcome. It's amazing see you today. So, very important topic I want to treat very briefly. Um, Today has been very busy for me. And look, it's showing all over me. Okay, but I just needed, in line with my promise, just to be here today. So, I really want to discuss very briefly a topic that is very important if you must be successful as an entrepreneur. Like you've seen, I love discussing entrepreneurship. Now, I love discussing entrepreneurship because I found out in my own life, in the life of my mentees, that if you didn't inherit wealth, the other way to be wealthy is through establishing a business or what we call entrepreneurship. Remember, for me, entrepreneurship is a way of life, is a way of life, something you, you know, if you are somebody who has the capacity to see opportunities in the society, your environment, and be able to walk around making sure that you help the people who that opportunity can help. For instance, there's scarcity of, um, let's say something like daycare, and you're able to have a daycare and then give it to people or allow people to get it in such a way that they are able to be happy that they got it at the right price and you treated them well and they're able to, you know, talk to other people about, oh, this service we're getting here is something else and all those. You are an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur makes a lot of money, but also entrepreneurs major, interest is not just the money, it's also the service. You know, a lot of entrepreneurs who understand what entrepreneurship means, they understand that it is people over profit. That it doesn't mean you're not going to make money from your entrepreneurship, but you understand that people matter a lot. So you are prioritizing people over profit. Is it that you're not going to make profit? No, you're going to make a lot of profit, but you must understand the power of making sure that you are able to, sorry, you're able to prioritize, making sure that people are happy. Yeah. Okay. So that's one. Then the next thing is that they prioritize impact over income. Okay. Good entrepreneurs prioritize impacts over income, meaning that good entrepreneurs know that the major thing you're here to do on earth is to really impart your generation. So the prioritize impact over income. And also the prioritize relationship over revenue. That doesn't mean they're not making money, but they understand the power of helping people, making people become better, and all those. Okay. So, but today I'm talking about very briefly and quickly. I want to just narrate a few points to you about when you want to be successful as a business person, you must understand the power of idea generation. Idea generation is about being able to look into the society or look at a problem and find solutions that do not create problems. Now, a lot of people can generate ideas that are creating more problems. So that's not the kind of idea generation we are talking about. Idea generation is so important if you want to be a great person. Yeah, idea generation is so important. Whether it's in politics, whether it is in um, business, whether it is in family, idea generation is very important. An idea generation can save you so much money, can make you crush competition, it can, give you efficiency, it can quite a lot it can do. But it's just your ability to understand that. But there are some characteristics of successful entrepreneurs which engender idea generation. Number one, if you don't believe in yourself, you cannot really generate ideas. So first thing as an entrepreneur that helps you to generate idea is a belief in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, generation of ideas will be very difficult for you. Okay, so you must believe in yourself. Then you must be visionary. Visionary means you're able to look into the future and know where you are going and know where you are leading your organization to. You're going to look in 10 years, 20 years. In my own country, they just changed the leadership at the highest level, the president. In fact, we've planned about it for the past 2 years. We know when they change leadership, there are some policies they must pursue. For instance, the fuel subsidy removal, because it is very unsustainable. So, as a company, you must think about what will you do, and then there will be new formation. In other words, the new government will come with, new policies, and they come with new people who are going to, come with the new president, whoever wins. So they will have their own new policies on how we think things should be. So how did you prepare for them? Because greatly, most of our clients are government, ministries, department, and agencies, and then organized private sector and higher institutions or tertiary institutions. So everything government says, and of course, government are the owners of most institutions, whether it's state or federal. So most times, whatever government does affects, our business, yeah, a lot. So we prepared 2 years before now to make sure that we don't have that problem. So idea generation is about being visionary. Because when you're visionary, you're able to know what will happen and then you plan for that. The next thing is an idea generator must be creative and open-minded. A lot of people have their biases. Some people had done you so wrong. For instance, people from a particular tribe, or you've tried out something and it didn't work, and for you, yeah, anything around that will know. Oh, we've tried to get money from the bank, it didn't work. Yeah, banks are stupid. They don't lend money, and you conclude, no, don't do like that. You have to be open-minded, try things out. In fact, make open-mindedness a game that you play every time, knowing that, well, what do you have to lose? Nothing. So play the game of open-mindedness. Play the game of creativity. The next thing is that you must have passion and determination. You must have passion and determination, and then you must be willing to take risks. A lot of people generate ideas, they've not pursued it enough, and then they just give up. And they're not willing to take risk. Anything that will make them go out from their comfort zone, they are not ready. Try things out. No, their staff will tell them, they say, no, this little one I'm managing, that is very, very unacceptable if you must, yeah, prosper as a business person. Remember, after hereditary, oh, sorry, inheritance, no hereditary, after inheritance, the only other way to actually be wealthy is through entrepreneurship. And that is why I preach and I evangelize the gospel of entrepreneurship, because that is how I came out from, you know being somebody who is managing, who is trying to eke out a living, to somebody who is in a place of more than enough because of entrepreneurship. I moved from, you know, the money I make in 3 years, I moved, suddenly to make them in just 3 hours. And I found out the power of entrepreneurship. The power is that you determine what you want, determine how you want it, determine when you want it. You have time and money freedom, and then you can rest. And then you find that you are helping a lot of people and they're becoming better. So, idea generation is very important if you must become great. Now, there are a few things about idea generation that I need to talk about. Okay, I've talked about being able to have the capacity to take risks, but there's another thing around idea generation that is very important we talk about. Now, if you want to generate powerful ideas, you must understand the power of playing the game. Now, when you lose in a game, you don't just start crying. Oh, I've just lost. I lost. If you want to be great, you must understand the power of the game and then be able to know that when you lose, yeah, sorry, when you lose, you stand up and then you go home and then re strategize. Okay, so you must understand that. Now, back to business, because I'll soon end. I don't want this to be more than 20 minutes. Back to business, you should be able to understand the pain points of your people, the people you are serving. I mean, the customers, the people you want to help. You must understand their problems. If you don't, you cannot give them, yeah, you cannot give them what they want. So understanding the problem or pain points in the market is something you must do. And how do you do that? You need to do a lot of market analysis. For instance, you're going to check what kind of job are the people you want to serve? What kind of job are they doing? What do they love? What are what are the gains they're expecting from anything they are buying? What are the gains they're expecting? You look at what are their needs and what are their, you know, wants. You're going to look at, do they have the finance? Are they willing and able? If they're willing and they're not able, that means they don't have the money. If they're able and they're not willing, that means they think you cannot solve their problem. Then are they also willing to listen to you? Then I've mentioned, do they have that money? Do they trust you that you can solve that problem for them? These are all the things you're going to look at, and then you start creating those environments. Remember, in trying to get to your audience, you must understand the power of ADS. ADS stands for attention, demonstration, and sell. When you get the attention of the people you are serving, then you demonstrate for them what how you can solve the problem, and then you sell to them. Remember, if you can ask and answer this question, how many people have I marketed today? How many people have I sold to today? If you can every day sell to 10 persons or 20, depending on where you are selling physically or online, you can be as rich as you want as far as you have the capacity to actually convert those people. So be able to sell to lots of people. Don't be shy about what you're selling. Yes, you do you know why they call it goods? Goods. Goods is because it's good in plural. If you have a good that you want to give to people, why are you ashamed? Be shameless about what you are selling and be able to take it to the people and help them. Yes, your job as an entrepreneur is to help the world because entrepreneurs are the people who will save the world. Yes, you must have that love to be able to help the world. Okay. If you've got that, now very important, you should be able to now know, um, you know, what questions do I need to ask? What observations do I need to do? How do I need to listen to be able to know what my customers are saying? How do I need to do my market research? What we are saying now, a lot of people just don't like doing that. They feel anybody who will buy will buy. That is not true. People will not buy until you are able to touch, sorry, their pain point. They will not buy. So it's very important that you know that and be able to touch their pain points. Okay, so you do your market research and be able to know what do they really want, so you can start, you know, trying to find out the solution to those problems. Now you can leverage technology. For instance, you can ask ChatGPT to help you. But remember, when you are asking ChatGPT, it will be a function of the prompts you put in there. And if you're not using technology to help yourself in your idea generation, you are not helping matters. So if you go to chat.openai.com, yes, if you are not registered, now go and register there. It is free. I use the paid version anyway, it's the premium, but it is free. The free version can do anything and everything. So be able to, yeah, open chat.openai.com. Then you can go, oh, write for me how I can market to blah blah blah, or write a Facebook ad for me on so and so. Write for me a sales letter for Facebook to a news a new entrepreneur on how I can help him or how with marketing. It will write all those for you. So it's very important that you know that technology can actually help you. There are too many of them. I encourage you, go to future tools dot maybe I write it down, futuretools.io, future tools, future tools.io. Okay, then you're going to see quite a lot of tools that you can use. Future tools.io, I suppose. A lot of tools you can use in every aspect, in marketing, in creating your images, a lot of tools that you can use in generating ideas and all those. As a business person, you are as good as your ideas, and I encourage you to actually understand that. Okay, so use technology to help yourself. Now, I'm going to round off by saying one of the ways to get ideas is by brainstorming. You can brainstorm alone, you can brainstorm with people. Pick a piece of paper. I do a lot of mind mapping. I can, um, okay, I can't reach my mind mapping book. Mind mapping, I use something like, you know, open, what do you call it, clean sheets, and like drawing papers. I use it to just draw at the center, and I say something like idea generation, and I just pull five um lines from it, and then just that five ideas, and then in those five ideas I also create about three or five, sub ideas from them, and I get what I want. So um just churn out a lot of ideas through brainstorming, through mind mapping, and then you'll be able to, use the scamper method. Scamper method says substitute, combine, adapt, modify, and then put to another use, eliminate, and reverse. Time will follow me because my time is up already. But the point being made is that you're going to spend a lot of time, yes, trying to generate ideas. Now, it's very important that you should create an idea bank. Yeah, now, idea bank or repository could be online or on a paper where you keep writing all the ideas that come into your head. Yeah, I use Keep and I use Google Doc to do that. So I encourage you to also do that. Use Keep, use Google Doc. Yes, Lady PJ, how are you? Say no voice. Wow, off again, and then mine has voice. I wouldn't know why yours doesn't. So now use use what do you call it? Google Keep, or you use um Doc to actually do the repository, and it helps quite a lot, and it helps you to generate those ideas and start implementing it. Finally, it is very important that you have that capacity and be fearless about going out there to use your idea. Remember, any idea that is not making you afraid, that idea is not worthy of you. Any idea that is not making you afraid, that, oh, you see the idea, you are afraid to actually go out to do that. Any idea that is simple, that you see and it's just very easy to implement, that may not make you rich. Ideas that make you afraid, or you can help the Nigerian government, you can help Ghana government, you can solve the problem of unemployment, you can, those kind of ideas that come, I want to help 50,000 youths this year, I want all those kind of ideas, they can, mm, they're the ideas that make you great. The ideas that are just simple to implement are not worthy of you. They are not worthy of you. I want to appreciate you for listening in. Like I made commitment for the rest of the month of June, I'm gonna always appear here by 9 p.m. to try to actually help you move your entrepreneurship forward. Remember, there are two ways you can be very wealthy. Either you inherited wealth, that is through inheritance, or you become a an entrepreneur and then make wealth. Yes, invest and all those. If you win lottery and you are not an entrepreneur, you'll just eat it up and then nothing happens. Enduring wealth, yes. If you were, if you inherited wealth, wonderful. But I didn't. So entrepreneurship gave me what I have today, and I think it can make you real rich. So be an entrepreneur and solve problems for the world, and you are going to be compensated for that. Go ahead, live your dream. The world is your playing field. Don't allow anybody to tell you otherwise. See you tomorrow.